Hello, everyone. Welcome to DADennial. I'm your host, Mike Trink, licensed clinical mental health counselor and the owner and creator of DADennial. Please go to DADennial.com. Father's Day is coming up. We have some great merchandise over there. From there, you can click on our links to our YouTube page. We have different shorts, and our latest interview will be coming out shortly, so be on the lookout for that. You can also go to our Instagram page, comment on there as well. So today, I want to kind of just have a little more fun. Open up a mailbag. Ask DADennial. So the first question, what do you say to your kids when you mess up and lose your cool? That one really resonated because it happens, right? We're not perfect. Depends on the age is my first kind of thought, right? I always feel like having open dialogue, even when my kids are young, of saying I'm sorry and apologizing and being aware of, hey, daddy's had a bad day. It's not you, it's me. I need to take a break. I need to, I will refer to them of I tell you sometimes to go upstairs and take 5, and daddy's going to go take 5, right? Sometimes it's not even a punishment. It's just hey, I can tell that you're upset. And it's funny that I know my oldest has done this to me a few times where he picks up on if I'm getting frustrated or I'm in a place where I might need 5, or he'll literally come to me and hey, Dad, go take 5. I'm like, oh, that's helps with the dialogue and awareness and kind of being a dad that is aware of, just having that open conversation of understanding that we're not always going to be happy. We're going to be frustrated at times. We're going to be sad. We're a family and we're a tight-knit family. So spending morning, noon, and night together can lead to feeling overwhelmed, stressed at times when you have, for myself, a child with sensory processing and an adult with sensory processing as myself. It can be challenging at times. Dialogue can be about myself too, not doing a good job on checking in with myself, knowing that I was already elevated, so I was short, or that my cup was full, right? As that metaphor. Anything could set me off. Bigger yet is even if we know, hey, I'm frustrated and not having a good day, to a point where, as kids are older, I think that's another challenge too, right? Where you maybe not get that moment of break. It's within reason to give yourself a little grace, I think, is another piece of this too, where we know when with that open dialogue, and as your kid gets older, of that you're trying to teach them too of you're not always going to have good days. There's going to be tough days, tough moments, and challenges, and hopefully building that rapport and relationship, we're able to communicate and talk to each other and support, right? There's awareness on one end, and the other end of it is support, and having the support of, hopefully in my case, of me being the dad and having my sons utilizing each other for support, and when we need each other, when we're feeling happy, sad, frustrated, angry. That's how I feel about that question. Second question I received, how do I bond with my son when we have totally different interests? So it's kind of vague for me in terms of, is it a young son? Is it older? Because that's a big difference as well. With younger kids, as I have 2 younger ones, it can be a challenge at times of that maybe you want to do things that are on your mind, of going outside or having an activity that you feel like that they should do or want to do, and they don't, right? Sometimes little kids just want to do what they want to do, right? It's nice outside, they just want to stay inside. If it's raining outside, they just want to put rain boots on and go splash in the rain. And that is its own set of challenges. When they get older, that is where I kind of see of, if you're building that bond when they're younger, then even when you're having that struggle in the teenage years and even through the 20s at times, before that, we kind of call it the loop comes back around of wanting the support and kind of wanting that reconnection. Even though it's still parents, it's more of a friendship level. And it all, to me, starts with being younger, creating that bond. Now, if you maybe missed out or for whatever reason that you're kind of trying to understand and really have that bond now later in life, whether it's teenage or 20s, yes, that can be a challenge. I would first advise and say, asking themselves, am I trying to direct it? Am I trying to say like, hey, I want to do this, and they don't want to? Am I listening to what they want to do or how they want to proceed with trying to create a bond, right? It might be difficult, it might be strained if they're older. So if you do have younger kids, I always say just kind of be with them, just kind of listen to them, have the ability to be flexible and not directive. This is what we're doing today from morning till night, because kids love to be kids and they love to be on the floor playing 1 second, playing in the sandbox the next. It's more tiring than anything. But as long as the bond's there when you start them young, that it will continue in different ways, in different fashions throughout their life and as your life together as parental support. Lastly, I know there's 2 serious ones, but I gotta throw one that was I felt kind of humorous, and I brought Caesar in on this one too if he wants to chime in. It goes like this: what's the policy on a guy giving another guy a thank you card? Progressive if you're a solo or separated dad. Maybe no Christmas cards, definitely no birthday cards. Definitely get well cards. I think thank you cards is that DADennial maybe where we kind of go of if they did something. Obviously he said ask me the question because they must have done something. I could think of a couple times, and Caesar's included in this, of times where gone above and beyond. I can think of other friends too that have come over and helped paint my kids' rooms or help me move. That maybe the male thank you card used to be having a beer or something like that. But, I think as we get older that more guys, they really like, nah, I'll pass on that. So sometimes maybe just giving them a thank you card and a $25 gift to Amazon or something like that could be I think it's acceptable though in this day and age. What are your thoughts? I feel like it's evolving. One of those things that's growing.
Something that with a thank you card, I think the fact that if you handwrite it, it becomes a more intimate expression of thanks as opposed to sending an email or sending a text or buying a beer. A handwritten card of any kind. Handwritten card is deep, and I think that's where men can get a little, or dads can get a little apprehensive with writing out a thank you card as opposed to texting a thank you or buying a beer or something like that. It's I don't know. I don't know.
I'd equate it to a text or an email being the fist bump of the bro code, and the handwritten is like the one arm hug around, kind of like a little more familiarity of it's okay. And I didn't even think about that, right? Of like writing, because I have horrible handwriting, so I probably couldn't decipher. Like, is he is he saying thank you or telling me to go pound sand or something like that? So I might have to maybe go back to print. I always like throwing in of. I know I did it with our neighbors, so it's a little different. But and this might be lost too. And this, on a side topic here of just kindness, of above and beyond. I use this example of our neighbors where I can't even, just try to think about it and saying it. Our dog escaped through our fence. This was in the wintertime, and it was already getting to be dark out. And he's an older dog, so he would not survive 4 hours in the cold of night. So we're freaking out. I'm with one kid, my wife's with another kid. We're walking all around, driving around the neighborhood. She just kind of saw us. She saw my wife, and she told him what happened. And literally within 30 minutes, I was getting a text of the neighbors found the dog online, got the dog, brought it back to us, and everything was great. And just, there was that thank you, but of going like above and beyond of, right, I did write a handwritten thank you card and threw in that, whatever denomination you can afford, of course, but just a little Amazon gift card as well of like, here's a card, but also, hey, thank you for, doing that kind of thing. I think we lose some of that, right? In this digital age of, right, we just kind of send a text. It's a lot of fist bumps, not as many hugs. And maybe that's where we need to be more in this world of more hugs and less daps. Maybe that's where we should end. Thank you again for listening to DADennial. Go to DADennial.com. Please like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Go to our Instagram page. Check out the shorts that are coming out for Rebecca Miner, the gender specialist. Go to her website. You can now pre-order her book, Raising Trans Kids. There'll be a great interview coming out. We're very excited about that. We have a couple more interviews coming out soon. We'll let you know who they are and when they're going to be coming on. So keep in touch. Thank you.